Volvo cars are going to be fully electric by 2030. So to get a full-size sedan with the new technology that we're bringing that gives you even better MPGs, it's actually a treat from Volvo because we still keep the luxury, and Crown Volvo Cars has given us the 2022 Volvo S90 B6 Inscription in birch light metallic. No more T6, it's upgraded to the B6 badging. What's that going to entail? A 48 volt hybrid mild technology. You're going to be increasing in your MPGs, but you're going to be decreasing in your horsepower, also increasing in your torque. Inside, you're going to get the new latest Google infotainment, tailored dashboard, and the luxury interior design. The rivals start off with the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, a BMW 7 Series, an Audi A8, a Genesis G90, but they're not going to have the luxury that you get with this, the value, and the MPGs. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm going to go over all the specs and details starting now. The new Volvo S90 Inscription starts off with the luxury that's going to be tailored on the exterior with the grille. It's going to get the chrome bars, and surrounding it, it's going to have the chrome treatment that's going to be on the lower trim and on the side rockers. Also across all of your window treatment. Taking it to the rear, you'll get that chrome bar just to match the front. And the essence of what you're getting with this is full-blown luxury. It's not going to be the widest. It's at 74.6 inches, and it's also the shortest at 57.1 inches. But the best thing about this luxury vehicle is the ground clearance is over 6 inches. That's more than every single rival in today's review. Standard signature LED Thor hammer daytime running, headlamps, fog lamps, cornering lights. So everything on this is 100% LED, and it should be for what you're getting. It's not going to be the longest. The length at 200.4 inches, a wheelbase at 120.5 inches, which makes this the shortest in the class. We have upgraded wheels. These are 20-inch, 8 multi-spoke. The disc reading behind it at 13.6 inches. The rear is going to be at 12.6 inches. Upgraded 2-corner air suspension with your double wishbone front suspension, your multi-link rear suspension, reworked tail lamps. That was done in 2021. Their LED reworked trunk lid also was done in 2021. The lower bumper part is not going to stress any exhaust, and they should do that because they're expecting to have zero emissions 100% by 2030. We're going to have the power cargo because we have the advanced package. It's also going to add the 360-degree reverse camera. You're going to have a 12-volt charger. Cargo is not going to be the best, but it's at 13.5 cubic feet, which is better than the Audi A8. And you have a pass-through for the rear bench, front and rear parking sensors, the new B6 badging for the all-wheel drive S90. The Volvo S90 comes in a few different option trims. This is going to be the more luxury package, so that's where you're getting all the chrome aesthetics. If you want it to be more sporty, you're going to go to the R design. That's going to blacken out most of the exterior and highlight some more interior specs, which we'll be going over shortly. If you want over 400 horsepower, you go to the Recharge, and you're still going to have the performance and the luxury cues for a full-size sedan, and Volvo backs the performance with a 2.0-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder producing 295 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to an 8-speed Geartronic achieving 23 to 31 MPGs, which is the best in class for all of the luxury rivals we're comparing it against. 0 to 60 at 6.4 seconds, a quarter mile at 16.8 seconds, stopping 70 to 0 at 165 feet, which makes it almost the best in class there. Audi is just a touch better in the stoppage. So you have the performance numbers, you have the great gas consumption, and you got the luxury on the exterior. Let me know what you think about the 2022 Volvo S90 Inscription as we go into the interior, go over the tech, and take this for our test run. Entering inside the Volvo S90, you're going to receive 37.8 inches of headroom, 42.2 inches of legroom. It's a Napa leather 16-way power adjustment front seats with memory for them, ventilated, massage. They're perforated contrast stitching. So it just really illustrates what the Swedish design is really going after here. With the Inscription, a tailored dashboard and the upper door panels are going to be configured. You're going to get the inlays of real wood, chrome that's going to run all down through the dashboard, and I like the two-tone effect. We have the upgraded Bauer & Wilkins sound system. We have 4-zone climate control, the new Google interface on this 9-inch vertical touchscreen. We have the pinch, we have the swipe, click into those 4 squares so you can see all the apps in which we have Bluetooth connectivity. You can stream your audio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, FM. You have Google Assist, the Play Store, Google Voice. Switch it into reverse because we have that advanced package, 360-degree surround view camera. Air quality, advanced air cleaner is also implemented with that package as well. The lounge package, that's going to give us the massage front seats. It's also going to give us some goodies in the back, which we'll get to in a second. You have a 3-spoke multi-function steering wheel with the gloss black that's going to surround it. I like the two-tone look with your 12.3 digital driver cluster. This has 2 modes. So you have your comm and you have your navigation. And it's not over the top like Mercedes, like Audi, like BMW. It just gives you enough information. Because we have the Inscription, we get the all-first Swedish glass gear lever, which sets really good against this gloss black. Your wireless charging pad, cup holders, a 16.9 ounce fits without any issues. I'd say maybe a 32 ounce could as well. Open up inside here and you're going to get another USB-C port and some storage. A total of 2 USB-C ports are going to be in the front. Door panel is going to have the real wood inlays, your Bauer & Wilkins upgraded system with your memory for the driver and passenger, one touch up and down for all the windows, all are dual pane, all soft where you're going to rest your elbows or armrest. Storage, I would say you could at least fit 5 or 6 16.9 ounce water bottles. For the longest vehicle Volvo makes, I think it's an excellent job with the storage capacity and the way they configured it. You're touch sensitive to open that pano moonroof that goes all the way into the back seat. Let's see how we look back there. At 37.8 inches of headroom, 40.4 inches of legroom. I have an air vent on the side. The most luxury is going to be behind the passenger seat. That's why I'm sitting in this seat particular, because you have all of the luxury amenities. A 4-way power adjustment to move the front seat ahead of you, and you can adjust it, the back and the bottom. So that way you have as much space as you need back here to just relax and enjoy a presidential ride. You can also put your sunshades down. You can also do that for the pano moonroof as well, all the way back, and the rear sunshade. So every single thing can be configured behind the passenger seat, which is awesome because this is first class and it's under a 6-figure price point. We're also going to get the premium inserts for this armrest. Open up, you got some storage here, cup holders. I would say 32 ounces, not an issue as well. Your dual climate control settings, ventilated, heated seats. You have 2 USB-C ports and a 12 volt. So you're taken care of with charging, storage behind both of the front seats. Let's see how I look in the center. Your headroom is still not necessarily an issue, nor is legroom. I am sharing feet, butt, shoulder space, and it's not tight because the seats actually flare out because it's a little bit of a wide vehicle, but because this is the largest vehicle Volvo makes, sitting 3 back here at 6'3" in the dimensions of me, not going to be too much of an issue. And that's the beauty about this luxury sedan. You're getting all the bells and whistles with the Inscription under a $70,000 price point. You can't get that with the Mercedes S-Class. You can't get that with the BMW 7 Series and Audi A8. Not even a Genesis G90, but you can in this, and you can literally relax like you're a president in the back seat with your chauffeur. Taking the 2022 Volvo S90 Inscription B6 all-wheel drive out for our test run. Luxury upon luxury is what you're getting. Price point is very hard to compete with this setup because none of the rivals can actually do so. 295 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, 2.0 liter turbocharged engine with that 48 volt hybrid technology as well. So a longer vehicle, but you do have that smooth two-corner air suspension that's going to make it feel so smooth and more luxury than any of the rivals in its category. As for the way you sit in the vehicle, you sit a little low even though the ground clearance is at 6 inches, which is also the best. Gas consumption is also the best. Things that I dislike, we'll get to that in just a little bit. The dashboard and the way the hood just implements itself very long, giving that elegant look, and you know exactly where your bumper is. The A-pillars are actually pushed back, so they do a job similar to Honda and Acura to make the visibility even more pleasant. As for looking into the rear view, the back window is huge. It doesn't actually feel that long until I look back there, then I realize this vehicle is over 200 inches long. One of the reasons why they implemented that 48 volt hybrid technology is very similar to Mercedes-Benz on the S-Class. When you come to a stop point, the auto start stop is so seamless, you don't even know that the vehicle stopped, and then when you let go, it just drives. Like, you really don't feel anything that's disengaged, which puts it at a full luxury line that would be priced at over $100,000. As for the way I'm sitting, massage seats, and you have so much storage capacity, it's going to bring me to the 3 things I like and 3 things that I dislike. Is anything more than that, I'd be buying this vehicle. The 3 things that I like is how much you get. It is such a great package deal. Not even Genesis offers this much at this price point. That is really good. The second thing that I like about the vehicle is we have the new Google interface system that was introduced back in 2021 on the XC40 Recharge, which is a great, easy to operate system. And even on the gauge cluster, it's digital readout. You only have 2 different settings for your navigation and your comm, but it's enough. And look at this. I mean, you have the power underneath it because the torque was increased. There is obviously a disadvantage, which we'll get to in a second. The last thing that I like about it is when you get into the Inscription, they give you so much more than any other vehicle. So you get the tailored dash, you're gonna have the exterior treatment that's chromed out, you're going to be able to make this vehicle stand out in a parking lot. You have the availability of getting 2-corner air suspension, which is what we have. I mean, that is awesome for the price point. I mean, if you wanted to do this in BMW, if you wanted to do this in any of the rivals, you're talking a substantial increase. On the flip side, 3 things that I dislike has to start off with the horsepower that we lost. We did increase in torque, but because of that decrease, we're about 0.5 seconds slower on the 0 to 60, quarter mile slower, top speed is a little bit slower. Yes, we're getting better MPGs by about 2 miles per gallon, and it's a little bit more seamless in the sense of the auto start stop feature. And realistically, because of that increase in torque, I mean, it actually sets you back good, because anything over 300 pound-feet of torque is pretty decent. Stop in the middle of the road, we're gonna give her some gas. The second thing that I dislike is the cargo. It is the smallest in the category from the rivals. It's also the shortest in length. So it does make up for that, and they do give you a substantial amount of interior space. So I guess you could kind of let that slide. It just would be nice to have a little bit more cargo because of the luxury segment we're in. Turn radius at a stop point. This is a long vehicle, so I'm imagining almost 3 lanes, and that's pretty much what you're getting. And give it the go. It's lovely. The packages that you can get with Volvo and the way everything's set, it's just great. The last thing that I dislike though has to go with the gloss black on the interior that's around your air vents. I kind of wish they would have maybe left that with some silver or made the screen a little bit bigger. And also when you go into reverse, it starts off as a reverse camera. You have to constantly click that 360-degree reverse camera. So obviously there's some pros and cons, but for the most part, great value is what you're getting overall. And the fact that everything is so seamless, airtight, there's nothing that actually makes noise either. Everything is actually engineered well. When you get into other luxury brands, unless you're going to spend nearly 6 figures, you're going to have areas that's going to make some cracking noise. Volvo is seamless. Best part about these B6, the torque. And you get optimal gas consumption, which is something that's unheard of in a luxury sedan, especially when you are comparing it to the rivals. And when you're getting these numbers, yeah, you're going to be a little bit slower, but it's such a comfortable ride. Is it going to be something that gets boring later on? No, because when you push the gas pedal, it livens up the vehicle, and there's so many configurations in the seat. I mean, 16-way power adjustment, plus you got the massage, ventilated and heated in all of the seats. This is luxury. We're going to be able to get to point A to point B in class. I'd like to thank Crown Volvo Cars for giving us this 2022 Volvo S90 Inscription for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click the next video, the subscribe button. Check out the details, merchandise, website, everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.